My mom is extremely supportive, but she's very realistic. She's like a Latina mom. Like, she's like, I support you can do your singing, but that's like your hobby. That you still have to go to work, you still have to go to school.
We're independent, we don't have a label. Everything we do is out of pocket or like money from ticket sales from the couple shows we've done.
Merch and stuff.
Merch, yeah. We've been selling merch, but that only gets us so far. Like, I've been trying to figure out how we can get booked at like somewhere small, like the Chain Reaction in Anaheim. That's a really small. A lot of people start there and do first shows there. Or there I feel like
I like the
Troubadours are
that's
really
where
cute.
I really want to perform.
That's a cute venue.
Even the observatory, that'd be cute.
The observatory, the Consolation Room. That's
I think because we're getting more attention, that means that there's more hate comments that come, you know, which is very new to us because I'm already like, I care so much about if the people who like us, and then we see one hate comment and we're like spiral. We're never gonna make music again. I hate everything we put out.
Welcome to the Paco's Place podcast. And the podcast will begin in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Ladies and gentlemen, live at Paco's Place, Julia and Andrea, otherwise known as the Tulips. So let's go to the meats and potatoes, because prior to me introducing you, they already saw what's inside this episode, which we are going to unpack. Why the Tulips?
Julia, that's your question.
Why the Tulips? Like the name?
Yeah.
So, it's not really a crazy story. I was kind of like, when we finally decided we wanted to be a band, I was thinking of like different names. Like, I know like the girls were an option. Like, I was just trying to think of cute stuff that would match our brand, you know? And then I was looking through emojis and I was like, we use the tulip emoji a lot. It's a really cute emoji. And I was like, why don't we just go through the tulips or go as the Tulips? And then it was very fitting too because there's two of us.
Why not TW?
It's like a double on
What?
TWOLIPS.
You know what? We might have to do that.
Very easier for Spotify, for trademark. And, right?
The Tulips is taken already, so we might have to change it.
Unfortunately, but we'll figure it out. That's a good option. We don't.
You got to do it before. You got to do it before this podcast gets aired, because people are gonna.
I know.
Okay, and then you agreed when she said the Tulips.
I liked it. It was so cute. And the tulip is like so cute. Like, I'm wearing our shirt.
Yeah. That's your shirt.
Yes.
Our beanies.
Yes.
For the record, I don't have any.
We should have brought you one.
You know why? Because I could have worn it.
You could have.
What size do you think? I know.
Medium. I could have worn it I could wear it in different episodes. So that way,
we'll send it to you.
Yes, please. So that way you guys get showcased even after the fact.
Yes.
When did you guys? Why? Not when. Why did you guys start a band? Why not just, go on with your lives, hang out at the mall?
We still do that.
Okay. But why? Why the burden of being in a band?
We're both very musical people. Like, we both were singing as solo artists before we came together. But I think we work better together. Because the reason why we started the Tulips was because we were both kind of like making music, but it's nice having a partner that like understands you and is like someone who can like agree with you, disagree with you, like add their own like mix to it. And we just love music, and we love listening to music and all of this. We were going through things too, and the best way to like get over it is to express it. I feel like put it out into the world, and then you can like move on. So that's like kind of what we were both doing, and it's just so fun.
It's fun. It's just like I don't think we also really expected it to grow as much as it has the past year. We kind of were just doing it for fun at first, and then after like this year has been kind of wild for us. We've done a lot of things that we didn't really expect to actually do, which is really cool.
At the moment of this taping, you guys are pushing 35,000 monthly listeners on Spotify. That's just Spotify.
And it's crazy because literally in January, we took a trip to New York, and we were in New York when we hit 1,000,
we were like
1,000
so
streams.
happy. We were like, what?
We were like, oh my God, 1,000 streams. Like, that was so crazy to us. That was such a moment.
Not even monthly listeners, just
streams. Yeah. And now we just hit like 10,000 followers on TikTok, which is It's huge.
You guys, huh?
We should have brought the cake. That would have been
Yeah,
cute.
we have
Oh,
a
yeah.
cake.
We have a cake in the
It's
car.
fine.
No, it's
in
okay.
there.
It's okay.
See, guys, a lot of we should have, but
It's our first time.
It's okay.
no, we'll have you back. Okay,
We're-
so
Yes.
you said, okay, Andrea, you said someone to agree and disagree with. How do you guys disagree? That I want to know.
We like our disagreements are very scarce. I feel like we kind of get each other sometimes. Like the only time we've ever disagreed is like, when have we disagreed? Lyric choices.
Yeah, lyric choices, melody choices.
How do you resolve those issues?
We're kind of just like maybe start again. Maybe try over.
Do it
And-
again, or
but-
like think of like I like that, but I think we could do something better.
yeah.
Who's more that? You know.
Yeah, she's more of the picky one. I'm the more. I think a lot of our
Why
disagreements
did you
are.
get that vibe? Why did you automatically say me?
I'm very good at that.
I'm the more like I usually whatever she proposes I like. She has more of a visual thing. I'm more of a like, yeah, I could do with that. But no, you are more picky. You know that too.
It's just I feel like
She knows what she wants.
Yeah, and I know what I just know what we both like, and I know what we would look good doing and stuff. So
Okay, so let's pick up from you. You said she knows what she wants. Who went to whom? Who went to who with regard to setting up the band? Because if you know what you want and she wants to
She
collaborate,
did. You did.
yeah, it was me.
so why her? See?
Oh my god, you're getting deep. Okay, so
You like this, right? Imagine, because they were like, Paco, can you send us the questions? What questions?
oh my god, I know. We usually every podcast we've done, we get the questions before, so this
Not
is our
the-
first time
yes.
very like
I know.
on the spot.
Yeah.
But why Andrea? I mean, so like back in 2 years ago, when I was making solo music, she was making solo music. I was like, why don't we make a song like you featuring on one of my songs, right? It's called Too Pretty. You guys can stream it. It's a great song. That came out, and then the more we became like close as friends, we just were making music for fun, like just bored, hanging out, and we would just make music. And then I was kind of just like, it was hard to decide who's gonna put out what, you know?
Right.
Like if it's gonna be me or on her song or her on mine, and I was just like, why don't we just put it together as like as the Tulips under one name? Yeah.
What was your thought when she said that?
I liked it because I was very like nervous about, because I think imagine if we're writing a song like a sad love song, right? If it's just me putting it out, all the pressure is on me.
And they know it's your story.
And then my story. But if it's us two, it's like, oh, the weight is distributed evenly between us two. It could be about me, it could be about her, it could be both of us, or it could be about nothing.
Yes.
So that's why I think we relate to things very well. We both have the same like vision. We both write lyrics very similarly too.
Yeah, that's like how we started becoming friends, is like we both were going through the exact same thing at the exact same time, and that's how we connected, I
Bonded,
guess.
yeah.
So
Trauma bond.
we trauma bonded, literally. We really did.
Yeah.
Now, let's talk about roots. Filipino. You are. Philippines.
Yeah.
How about you, Andrea?
I'm Mexican, but I'm Filipino at heart. I'm like Cameron Diaz. Remember that video
Yeah.
where she's like, I grew up with a lot of Filipinos?
That's her. That's literally her.
me. Yeah, that's me.
Explain that. Why do you say you grew up with a lot of Filipinos?
Because I'm from Artesia, and that is home of the Filipinos. And I went to church with a lot of Filipinos.
Then, but full disclaimer, when you've made it, you moved from Artesia to Cerritos na. I mean,
What? Yeah,
that's what they say. The rich Filipinos are in
Cerritos.
Cerritos, right?
Yeah.
And then, I mean, yeah, whatever. Or West Covina, Walnut. You know that thing?
Walnut.
Really?
Yeah, beside each other.
Yeah.
So Filipinos moved to West Covina, and then when they've made money, they moved to Walnut, which is just
right next
beside.
to each other. That's funny.
It's the same, Artesia to Cerritos.
Cerritos,
It's the
yeah,
exact
so
same.
true.
Okay, so Filipino half,
Yes.
Mexican with Filipino heart.
Yes.
I like that. We're gonna start saying that. Mexican with a Filipino heart.
Yes.
That's so true. That's the best way to describe it.
But predominantly, and guys, the reason why the Tulips are here at Paco's place is because I'm introducing them to all of you because the market has been pretty much on the Hispanic side, right? But you have to be represented.
Yes,
know, we've been
exactly.
we've been telling.
And
I don't know how to
love
do it.
the Latino community.
Filipina.
We love you guys.
Filipina.
But I also want my Filipino baddies to know about us and that I represent. We represent. Yeah.
And your songs on Spotify, they're very, very nice, huh?
Thank you.
They're very, very nice. I like it.
What's your favorite?
The first one with 300,000.
Favorite apple.
Yeah.
Favorite apple.
Really?
Yeah, that's what it's called.
Favorite apple.
What was that all about? Because I know there were 3 writers on it.
The third is the person who produced the beat.
Oh, yeah.
But we
It's
wrote
just
the
us
lyrics,
two.
yeah.
Okay.
That originally was, I don't know, I was feeling like writing a love song that day. And
For whom?
just for my boyfriend.
Does boyfriend know about it?
Oh, yeah.
He makes music too.
He makes music too. His name is Jose Homicide. You guys should check him out.
Should we give him a shout out? That's your camera.
Shout out Jose Homicide.
Oh, there you go.
He's gonna love that.
How about you?
Okay.
Where's your shout out? No?
For who?
For no boyfriend?
No.
Okay.
Not yet. Maybe
Not
in
yet.
return.
Hopefully soon.
Okay, go. So that song was for Jose. Homicide.
I was like, all of our songs that we were putting out were like all these like, mad songs, like very sad. So I was like just in the mood to write a love song.
Right.
And then at the same time, Andrea was also feeling that same thing. And so it was very fitting for the time that it was. And I wrote some of it, and she wrote some of it too. And then, that was Favorite Apple.
So when that song hit, was that the song that...
1,000, yeah.
1,000.
That was our first 1,000 stream.
And now it's like 300,000.
Right, yeah, crazy. And it's only
Spotify
been a year.
really helped us. Like, it pushed it out to
Yeah.
people. We didn't do anything. Like, one day we just started getting a ton of streams. And we were like, what? And then we saw, like, our analytics and stuff. And it was because Spotify was, like, pushing it on people's Discover Weekly. Like, the algorithm was working with us. So it was really cool.
Plus your image, your brand, it really fits.
Thanks. It's just us.
Yeah.
And you know what's nice about you guys? What you project on social media is the same vibe I'm getting now here, and it also reflects in the music. There you go. So now,
Thank you.
okay, you wrote the first song. How soon after the first song did you write the second, third, fourth? How soon after that?
Our first song was honestly, we write songs before we even finish the other ones that we have written. Like, we have so many songs that we have that are kind of done, but they just need to be perfected. So we kind
Explain that perfected. Oh my god, that's my pet peeve.
of like with adding vocals
Okay.
or
Mixing, master, all of that. They're all just rough demos.
Are you guys DIY or you guys have other people working with you guys?
We do everything in her room, but her boyfriend helps us a lot. Jose Homicide.
Yes,
Jose Homicide.
he masters pretty much all of our songs. I kind of dabble in the mixing. If I need help, he'll help me out too.
What's the conversation like between both of you?
When we're mixing,
Yeah, 'cause
I mean,
that's like, isn't that like a recipe for disaster?
No, he's super
honestly,
supportive.
and honestly, he teaches me a lot.
Who keeps the master? Sorry, I'm interrupting. 'Cause,
It's okay. Who keeps the master?
like, let's say he's mixing.
Who keeps the song?
Is he mixing on his computer or your computer?
It depends. Sometimes I go over and we'll mix it on my computer.
So when you go home, you bring home your computer with everything in it, right?
Yeah. Or sometimes we'll email it to him to master and he'll work on his computer with it. But it's not like he's like...
Imagine he's like,
He's not... Yeah. No, it's not like that. It's not like that.
he's not doing that.
I was gonna say, because Van Halen, I don't know if you guys are familiar with Van Halen.
Yeah.
So there's a story going around wherein Eddie Van Halen, he would do his solo, and his bandmates wouldn't like his solo, so his bandmates would dictate what the solo would be. But he owns the studio, so when everybody goes home,
He changes it.
Oh my gosh. That's
my
crazy.
he goes back in and plays the solo the way he wants to. But
That's
I
fine.
digress.
Yeah.
Okay, so this is a DIY production, and the reason why I'm asking is because young girls, young guys who keep bringing out excuses should see this episode, because you guys are actually doing it. What if you guys don't feel like putting out songs? What pushes you to to keep continuing? Because there are rejections, right?
I feel like I don't know. I think honestly, like the feedback we've been getting on songs is what keeps us going.
Or what if it's bad feedback?
Funny you mentioned that because
Today,
we're getting more attention. That means that there's more hate comments that come, you know,
which
is very new to us because I'm already like I care so much about if the people who like us, and then we see one hate comment and we're like
spiral
like we're never gonna make music again. I hate everything we put out. Blah, blah. But I think even the best people have haters, you know.
Right.
So yeah,
very true.
What keeps us going is definitely our fans. Also, like each other. I think that's why I like being in this duo, because if I'm feeling kind of burnt out, there's like Julia who's always like, well, you know, like you, like we're having so much fun. Like she really keeps me pushing to do it because I'm in school too. Like I'm getting my master's, so I'm kind of doing like I'm trying to fit everything. But it's nice to have each other to like keep pushing each other.
Yeah.
And the feedback, I think it brings us a lot of confidence.
How about you? Rejection.
Definitely. I guess. Like the finger.
Like in Wicked, like I'm holding her because she got a hate comment today.
I did. Someone I was on TikTok live and somebody said they didn't like what I wrote for the song, and I was like, oh my, like honestly, it was kind of hurt my feelings. But it's like, I guess the more people that are, I mean, all talk is good talk. You know what I mean? Or all press is good press. Like, or bad press is good press.
You gotta do a better job believing whatever it is you're saying right now.
Oh my god.
It's hard. I mean,
it's hard.
That's what we're trying to tell. We're like, it's this one person. We've only gotten like maybe 10 hate comments out of all of our videos. Please don't comment hate on us.
But what the good part is though is that like, so I have Andrea to be like, no, like don't listen to them, you know, and it's like she validates like my.
I'm gonna change that perception right now. I'm gonna do more of like a Dr. Phil therapy session.
Okay.
Shame on both of you. This is a real rebuke. Shame on both of you for putting this one hater on a pedestal.
I know.
You know why? Because it demerits the thousands.
That's true. You can cut that part out. You can cut that part out.
No, let's put that part.
It's just real though. Like every celebrity I see, they're always like, I have all of this like success, but then it's those like hate comments that I just like can't get out of my head.
Get it? You know what? Like me, what I do, and it's nice we're talking about this. If I go on live with the band, every good comment gets a reaction from me. Every bad comment,
no reaction.
I ignore. Why? Why am I gonna give energy to?
That's what they want, is for you to be like, why would you say that? But you have to.
So there you go. So from now on, after this episode, just go back on TikTok, do live, and say thank you to every person.
We try to, for sure.
Good things. But
even like on comments, we'll
yeah,
respond
but ignore the
bad ones. Yeah,
the asshole who actually.
We're still learning. We're very
yes. Masters, what are you taking up?
I'm a preschool teacher, so I'm going for early childhood education.
Okay, not Montessori.
No, but I have worked at a Montessori before.
You like it?
I do. I don't know if that's the place I see myself working at, but I do respect like that approach and stuff. I like it a lot.
So what are you gonna be after you get your master's?
I want to be a preschool teacher, or I want to teach at like a collegiate level. That's if we don't like blow up.
You are gonna blow up, so goodbye teaching career.
For my mom to like be at peace, I'm like, I'll get my master's for you.
That's her deal. She wants a master's from you before she.
No, like if I want to like be a pop star, she's like, first like get your education.
Oh my god, my mom was easy. She was like, go finish high school. How about you?
Yeah, my mom is very supportive. Shout out my mom, I love you. She has always been supportive. I was in college for like 2 years, I'll say, and then midway I was like, I want to do music, and she was like, okay. And so I went to LA Film and I studied music production there, and yeah, she's always been very supportive.
What's the takeaway, Julia, from
school?
Yeah.
Well,
Especially studying what you like. Huh?
Yeah, it was very interesting. It went by really quick because I only did a year there. It was like a short associates program, but I take a lot from what I learned there in like our music and like the mixing. I learned the basics there, and they taught me how to use Ableton and Pro Tools. So like that's nice to have. For sure.
So what's your favorite DAW, DAW? Is it Ableton? Is it Pro Tools?
For making beats, I'll say Ableton.
The best.
But recording, Logic for sure.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
You're my kind of gal. Same thing. How about you? What's your favorite DAW?
That too. Yeah, GarageBand.
Just kidding. That's all I know.
She's like, oh shoot, GarageBand.
But honestly,
safe answer.
Yeah, it's the same as Logic.
Yeah.
GarageBand. It's literally the same thing.
So Andrea.
Yeah.
See, before Julia, when you would write songs, who would you call? How would you do your production?
One of my songs, my friend helped. I only have like 2 songs, solo songs, but I was featured on other songs, and so he helped me. His name's not Kyle. He makes music too. He's Filipino.
There you go.
You can stream his music.
Shout out Kyle.
But he like really helped me a lot with like my music and kind of developing like the confidence of being an artist.
Right.
So that's like where I've had a lot of. I'm very lucky to have such supportive friends because they've helped me a lot. Like Julia helped me record too. But I have like a Shure mic at home and GarageBand, and I would just like make covers on using that and put it on SoundCloud. But it's just like one take and I'd upload it. Like I wouldn't do a lot.
See, that's what I mean here. Because a lot of people are like, oh, I need to buy this gear. I need to buy this. I need to buy that. They don't understand. Work with it, whatever it is that you have.
If you have talent, anything, you can do anything.
Yes.
So let's talk about talent. When did you find out that you had talent?
Well, I always liked singing, and then my mom put me in my church choir, and then my church choir director was like, oh, you have a nice voice, you should become the cantor of the choir. So then I sang at church, like I was the main singer of my choir for like 10 years. That's kind of where I started to become more confident, and then people would just tell me, oh, you sing so good, and I was like, well, I guess people like it, so I'll keep doing it. Everyone's voice is everyone's cup of tea. Like some people might not think that I sing well, some people might think that I sound like an angel, but like that's kind of where I realized. But songwriting, I think it was my friends, because I would write songs and they'd be like, wow, this is so good, and I was like, no way. And then like that's kind of where
Especially Robert. I feel like Robert,
our friend Robert, he's like he's really helped me too with my confidence, our confidence.
He definitely validates.
How about you?
A lot.
When did you find out that you actually had the pipes or the talent to do this?
So I would like to say I learned a lot in theater. Growing up, I did some musical theater here and there, and that's where I really learned. I was in Footloose.
Really?
Annie. I was in like a couple, right? But I always knew I loved to sing. And then I guess I like in around 2020, like COVID, I started to meet like my boyfriend and like his friends, and they all started making music, and then I realized how easy it is to like produce and make your own music. So that's when I was like, you know what, I'm gonna start making my own stuff, and like because I do have the talent and I am a singer and I would like to do that. So then that's
even songwriting. You knew how to write songs.
Oh yeah, I wasn't really good at it. I will say that took me a while. Like she's always been really good at writing songs. It wasn't always my cup of tea. I've definitely grown over the years, but
she's really good at like vocally arranging songs. Like she can make, I always say this, but she can make a song sound like full, like adding different melodies and stuff. Yeah, that's like, I'm always in awe of when she does that, because for me, I'm kind of like just one melody and the lyrics.
But then again, you've done choir, which means you've been exposed to different harmonies also.
Yeah, but for some reason I don't know how to do that on a song. Like
it's hard. It's hard when we do it. Like I have to visualize the harmony sometimes, and she's like, "Why can't you get it?" I'm like, "I don't know." No, it literally sometimes she'll like take a paper and like draw the harmony, like the notes,
which
the way that it goes.
Yeah. Whatever works, right?
Yeah,
whatever works. So, live performances. A while ago, you guys mentioned you guys want to do Noy Pits. So Larry. I'm looking at you, Mr. Larry Calonzo.
And we're like Artesia Sarita. We'll be there.
We're down the street.
Well, it moved. It moved to to Long Beach. It's Long.
They're not in Cerritos anymore?
No, they're on the where are they at? Long Beach Town Center. Not too bad.
That's
still
still
that's even closer
if
to
you
me.
exit Carson.
Yeah.
We're right there
We're
too.
Barnes & Noble, In and Out.
Yes.
Yeah. Wow.
Right in front. Right beside the theater.
Oh, that's a good
That's
place.
nice. That is a good place, yeah.
Yeah.
Is it bigger?
No, but it's big.
Okay, that's
There.
cool.
Yeah.
Because Cerritos was really big.
Yeah, Cerritos
That
was
was
big.
big place.
That was a
but
big
this
place.
one's still good.
Okay, live performance. A while ago, we were talking and you mentioned that sometimes karaoke format wherein you play to backing tracks. What's the goal? Live band or stick to backing tracks?
The dream is to have a live band. But that is expensive. You know what I mean? It kind of is. But like that's the goal at the end of the day. But for now we're just sticking to our backing tracks and stuff, and we still give a show. We still dance, we still give,
Performance.
vocals. So it's still fun coming to a show.
Wait, you guys don't
Little
hold
show.
any instruments? You guys just...
I'll play
Sometimes
guitar.
we do some acoustic stuff, but usually
Yeah.
we're just singing.
Yeah.
So both of you can dance?
Yeah.
I am not a dancer, but I feel like
Andrea
We
was
do
like...
soft choreo.
yes, we do soft choreo. She choreographs everything. Like we have a music video coming out, and she choreographed the whole thing.
See, you do arrangements for vocals.
She's
you
the
do
dancer.
choreo. Oh my god.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So let's say we get you booked at Neupitz. They can expect you guys to do those things.
Yeah, we'll dance.
Play some guitar. Maybe she'll do some.
This is
ukulele.
like 2 sets, 2 hours, huh? You guys can do that?
We've done. We just did our first show or gig. That was like 2 hours.
That one was fun. It was like for the city of Cerritos. It was kind of silly. It was like a sports
Event.
a sports event.
award.
2
Coach event.
hours?
Yeah.
2 hours, yeah, and it was interesting. It was
Okay,
fun.
explain that. Let's start from the beginning. You didn't say no to a 2-hour show. That was the first 2-hour show that you did.
Yes.
Yeah, it was tough for a bit.
Why did you say yes to it?
It was cool and the money was good.
Not that it's about the
Not
money.
that it's about the money.
Also, my dad, he used to work for the city of Cerritos, and so I know a lot of the people that work there. She knows a couple of them too,
Right.
because her sister used to work there. But I don't know. They just offered and they asked, and we were like, sure, why not?
2 hours.
Yeah. It was kind of hard sometimes. We took a couple breaks in
Yeah.
between, but I feel like it'd be a different setting at a restaurant.
Yeah.
I feel
And
like
the reason why I ask, because when you're doing a show, you're telling a story, right? Imagine telling that story for 2 hours, keeping the people engaged. Even if you rest for 30 minutes in between, you gotta continue that story,
Yeah.
right? And the reason why I'm asking you guys, not for anything else, but for these people watching, if they think it's easy doing a 2-hour show, elaborate how hard it was if this was your first show.
it was
Start
hard.
with
It
you.
was hard, yeah.
The 2-hour show. It was.
Wait,
it was.
who asked you? Your dad said you guys want to do a 2-hour show?
His coworkers
Asked you.
asked me, yes, and I don't know. I mean, I feel like it was first off playing a live instrument for that long. Your fingers start to hurt after
Of
a while.
course.
So
This was an acoustic set?
tough. Yes, all
Okay.
acoustic. Towards the end, we ended up just doing our original music with the laptop, but we were for the most part playing. She played a lot of the ukulele, and it was just tough, but it was fun.
What was
We
the
had a good
prep? No,
time.
let's not talk about the fun. I want to talk about the behind the scenes.
The prep. Maybe
The
that's
prep.
why it was
Maybe,
hard because
yeah,
we didn't prep.
We probably practiced like a couple of times, and yeah,
We didn't. It was also hard because like we had to have the tabs up because
Yeah.
we didn't memorize like all of the things. So then
yes,
it was
that's the
hard
thing
to
too.
like come up with
Memorizing
Yep.
all the
the
chords.
songs and like filling the time. But I think next time if we were to do it, we'd be more prepared.
Yeah, for sure.
So preparation is the key, no?
Yes. For all of our shows, we've started preparing like a month before, and we would practice like twice a week or once a week. We'd have every like thing.
The talking,
Planned,
everything,
yeah.
like the moves, yeah.
Because people think it's easy to be spontaneous if you've done the prep, right?
Yeah.
But if you're winging it,
Yeah.
is it hard? It's
Yeah.
hard.
For sure. We definitely learned our lesson with that. I'm not gonna lie, we definitely learned our lesson. Probably practice more than once.
Yes.
That's our advice.
Mm-hmm.
If you're gonna do a 2-hour gig, practice at least
3
twice.
times.
3 times.
Yeah.
Yes.
At least, yes.
Yeah.
And then what? Okay, iPad in front of you or
Yeah.
no iPad in front
No
of you?
iPad in front.
Had to be.
Had to.
Would it be hard as a singer to not have the iPad in front of you guys?
With an acoustic set, yes. But with not acoustic set, no, we don't
Yeah.
need it there.
Yeah. I see.
Yeah.
Okay. What's a desirable show like? Like in your head, what's the ultimate show at your stage in your career?
Like our dream show.
At where you're at.
Where we're at,
The reason why I'm asking is because we never know. Someone might be watching, so
So, I like to say that, like, I've been trying to figure out how we can get booked at, like, somewhere small, like the Chain Reaction in Anaheim. That's a really small, a lot of people start there and do first shows there. Or, yeah. There, I feel like
I like the
Troubadours are
That's
really
where
cute.
I really want to perform.
That's a cute venue.
Even the observatory, that'd be cute.
The observatory,
too.
the consolation room. That's that would be our next goal for sure. I feel like we can definitely do the consolation room at the observatory.
I think so too.
Yeah, that would be ideal. Maybe the live band too for that. That would be cool.
what's your limiting belief? And I'll get back to you on that one.
Limiting belief, like, what do you mean?
Like with regard to your career.
Like how far we want to go?
No, I mean
what's
we know
stopping
what's
you?
stopping
Oh.
you. What's your limiting belief?
Nothing's really stopping
You serious?
me.
You just said a while ago, live band, but it's the money. I caught that.
Oh yeah. I mean, it is like honestly, we're independent. We don't have a label. Everything we do is out of pocket or like money from ticket sales from the couple shows we've done.
Merch and stuff.
Merch, yeah. We've been selling merch, but that only gets us so far, you know. And not that we don't have money. It's just like there's so many other things we also have to pay for with our personal lives. So we can't put like all of our money into this, you know, because we also have our own lives. But I guess that, yeah.
That's a limiting belief, by the way.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
That's a big one.
Money. Yeah.
How about you?
I think the uncertainty of it all, of like being an artist, is hard. That's why I like have this other job. So that's like my limiting belief. Oh, like if I have to have a backup plan.
Really?
Yes. I think that just shows like my mom is extremely supportive, but she's very realistic. She's like a Latina mom. Like,
Yes,
she's
yes.
like, I support you can do your singing, but that's like your hobby. That you still have to go to work, you still have to go to school. Like, but I think unless we're like making like thousands of dollars, my mom will be like, okay, you can go be a pop star.
Are you the youngest, the eldest?
Yeah, I'm the youngest.
There you go. How about you?
I'm the oldest.
Oh my God, this is the perfect combination.
Yeah. It's very interesting dynamic for sure.
But who's older? You or?
She's older.
I'm older.
Oh, super interesting.
Yeah, very.
So she's older than you.
Just by a year.
But but then again, you have the I'm the youngest mindset. You're younger than her, but you have the I'm the eldest, the older sister mentality.
Yeah.
Dang, nice, no? Okay, so let's talk about the music video. You said it's coming out, right? What's it about? How did you guys shoot this? What was the production behind it?
Go, Julia.
So first off with the song, it's called Still Love You /
Todavía.
Yes.
It's a Spanish song.
Spanglish.
Both of you speak Spanish?
She does.
I do.
Yeah.
Fluent?
I can get around.
Okay.
But we didn't really expect it to be a single, but once we started teasing it on TikTok, it started doing very well. So we were like, let's just put out one more song before the end of the year. And then, but I was like, I was like, we should just do a music video for it because of how big it was doing on TikTok. I was like, we should just have a really good rollout, and a music video is something we've always wanted to do but never really did. We kind of made one ourselves with Favorite Apple, but we never finished it. But this one, and I have a couple friends, Sev and B, and they are really good like filmmakers and take photos for us too. So we hit them up and we were like, let's make a music video. They were down, and then as we were thinking of concepts, the song is about like still loving somebody after all the bad things that you've gone through and still believing in the relationship. So I was like, what if we did, like, we rented a theater and we were like singing on stage, and then she was like, but we're in we do it in clown makeup, and I was like, brilliant.
We're clowns.
Like, we look like clowns to the world, singing this song, still loving this person, even though, you know, they're bad for you.
Right?
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You get the...
Yes. Oh my God, that's wow.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh my God, yeah, because that's how people see you guys. If I mean, not you guys, but the character.
The character.
Yes. So that's where that came from. It was really fun. We just finished that last weekend.
Okay, so whose story is the song all about? Who would be that person?
I would say
Julia.
I definitely started writing the song, and so
I just think it's relatable. Like, I felt that way about relationships I've been in, and obviously a lot of girls that are listening to it also relate to it. Like, they're all commenting like, wow, this is so relatable, or I wish this came out like a year ago when I was breaking up with my ex, like stuff like that. Like, people will always relate to a sad song.
So do you guys really believe, as women, that a guy who did you wrong, if he smiles, if he says he's sorry, how many chances will you give?
Well, Julia said infinite.
No, if you really believe in the relationship and you believe in the person, everyone deserves another chance.
How many chances?
I mean, you can answer this. I'm not one to talk about this. I'm the wrong person to ask, Paco.
I think, to me, maybe 5.
Why 5? By the way, we talked about what can be discussed and not discussed.
Yeah.
So,
I think if someone is choosing to stay in a relationship, even if they're constantly being hurt, that is their choice.
Perfect.
You're putting yourself through it. So if you want to keep taking back this man, that's not my business, but I don't want to hear about it all the time. That's like what I say about it. But I also can't talk, because I've been in that position too, where I kept going back to someone that I knew wasn't good for me or wasn't treating me well, but you're like, I love them, and then you like eventually realize that they like treated you like poo, and you're like, okay, never mind, bye.
right.
Yeah.
The reason why I ask, I have a daughter. She's 9, and I don't believe in being physical with a woman unless you guys are naked. Right? I mean, you can't do anything unless clothes
and it's consensual.
Yes, right?
Yes.
So if you know what I mean. So,
Yes.
So grown up talk. When is it?
I don't think anybody should be hitting anybody.
Oh, yeah.
There's a difference when you're being called the B word with love,
That's true.
with hate, right? So, I mean, what's your take on that?
I don't want any of that. I'd be scared.
Is that a deal breaker right away?
Yeah.
Okay.
I do not want to be with anybody who's like disrespecting me like that.
So five chances are off with regard to that.
I would never be with someone if they were like.
But you
verbally abusing.
wouldn't know off the bat.
That's true. I think after the second time, if they're calling me a B word, then I'll be like, I don't like that.
Hard stop.
Yes. I'll say.
How about you?
I mean, pretty much the same, yeah. That's just not okay.
Or you
Period.
talk about it, you're
Yeah.
like, why are you saying that to
Yeah.
me? Blah, blah, blah.
Right,
and then
right.
if they're still continuing their behavior, then I think that's when you need to like reflect, take a step back, see if this is where I want to be. Some people like that though. Some people like the fighting and the passion that you get when you're like
After
arguing with your partner.
the makeup, right?
Yeah, there's like, oh, you're like, wow, we care so much about each other because we're like fighting and hitting each other. I don't like that.
Yeah, same.
That was safe. She was like, yeah, same.
Well, yeah, that's what I'd be saying too.
Okay, then let's land this with you. No, not you first. You first. Advice to young girls with dreams. Okay, I want you to wear your early child development hat. Early childhood development hat. Advise young women and young men about following their dreams. Start with you.
I think to me, it really starts with like having a good support system sadly, a lot of people who make music, they always have this story of like, oh, my family didn't believe in me, blah, blah, blah. But I think first it's finding your people who believe in you. If it's a friend, an aunt, an uncle, even a teacher, if you're expressing that this is a desire or a dream you want, if you just have one person who believes in you, I think, even if it's yourself, then it'll get you really far. But I think that's a really big deal, a really big thing in following your dreams. Also, just wanting it. You have to really want it, because you're not going to do something if you don't want it. Like, I think people who want their dream will follow it, and if you're not, like, if you don't really want it if you're not doing something about it. That's how it is to me. Advice though, do what you want. Be happy. If you want to be a singer for a year, be a singer for a year. If you want to do this, do this. Like, you only live YOLO. You literally only live once. Like, my mom always tells me, like, why waste your time not doing something that you like? Or why waste your time being sad? Why waste your time doing this?
Right.
I think it's important to dwell in your feelings, but don't let it consume you, you know?
Ooh.
Yeah.
Very true.
Mm-hmm.
Your turn.
My advice.
No. I'm gonna change your.
Okay.
You, as a person who's done theater, who can sing, you're strong-willed. I can tell.
Thank you.
She is.
And you're gutsy, doing a 2-hour show. Not everybody does that. Let's talk about gratitude. Let's talk about opportunities and advice that you could give young people who are taking a lot of things for granted, whether it's their talent, whether it's the opportunities around them. Because you grabbed everything and now you're making it work.
Yeah.
Including her, by the way. You're like, let's go.
Yeah. Yeah, I guess, like, as corny as it is, just follow your gut and follow your dreams. Like, even if you don't have anyone supporting you, if you want it, like she said earlier, like, you're gonna do it. I guess, like, I always knew that I wanted to be a singer, and I was like, I like to say that I know what I want and I get what I want.
It's true.
See?
It's like,
I guess she's really good at resourcing and networking and you know, finding
ways instead of excuses, right?
Yes,
Yeah,
think
exactly.
smarter, not harder.
Yes. And also, like, I guess it's just the way I grew up too. Like, my mom, she's a very strong woman, and she's been bosses at her job. She's very just like, get to it, you know, if you want this, go and get it type of thing. And I guess my advice would be to just do it. Like, find the resources. If you need help, I will help you. You can DM me and I will teach you the ways. Like, it's not as hard as people think, you know? So,
the internet is also, like, a great tool.
yes.
Like,
you don't have to waste money out of school, honestly. And you can find everything you need on YouTube.com. Yeah, I guess that's what I would say. And if you have friends that also love doing what you love doing, collaborate, use your local communities, you know?
There's
like,
power in numbers.
yes. If you have friends that are into photography, or friends that know how to mix, or friends that have a magazine, like, things like that, just connect with people and don't be afraid to collaborate.
Are you guys afraid to collaborate?
No, we love networking. We love meeting like-minded people, like people who have these dreams that are following them, like, independently. Like, a lot of the, even like this, like you're an independent podcaster, and we, like, love working with people too that are wanting to like you wanting to highlight like new artists or like early starts. Like, we really appreciate those people because they're giving us a chance, you know, and they see talent in us. So a lot of other people that we've met, like, we were in a magazine recently, Diet Red, and like they saw something in us and wanted us in it. We're like, wow, like, this is so cool, and like, you want to help us and we're helping you too. Like, not helping, but you know, fulfilling this dream that we both have. Even the people who take photos of us, like, they're able to practice, and we're able to, like, also practice too. So it's just really cool, like, meeting people and working with them.
Am I getting a shirt?
Yes.
Ladies and gentlemen, the Tulips!
Thank you.
This is so cool.
We're gonna post their social media links in the description. Please support Filipinos and Filipina. How do you say it?
Yes.
Mexi Flip.
Mexi Flip. Guys, support the Tulips. Julia, Andrea, thank you very much.
Thank you,
Mama,
Paco.
everybody. Mahal kita.
Ask them what they're doing.
Ano ginagawa mo? Streaming the Tulips, right?
There you go!